And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to part 2 of Siclaune's 7th ever Block Party Tournament match, High versus Pro Hacker. I might as well just start from square one. This is game 4, by the way. Well, technically it's game 2, round 2 or something like that, but we're not going to worry about it. So, anyway. It is Curree and Robillions versus Mineale and HowToGHP. Continued. We had some problems with Curree's ping. Hypothetically, it has been fixed. We will be monitoring it closely to see if there... And Droid has made a few additions to his ping check. It seems that Curree is the only one having ping issues as of this moment. So he's bringing in some kind of software that constantly checks Curree's ping to make sure that there's nothing wrong with it. After reviewing my footage, I can really only concur that my ping check is not really that accurate, because the following round after it was 1-0 to Pro Hacker, it was reported that Curree's ping was in the 600s. Meanwhile, my ping check only put Curree's ping at 130. Therefore, it is safe to assume that my ping is somewhat inaccurate. It can either be software related, or it can be just because it wasn't doing the proper checks. Like, sometimes what I think will happen is it will check Curree's ping one time in like 30 or 10 or 20 seconds. And if the ping at that exact second is 130, that's what it will display. If like 99 ticks out of 100, it's 600, and then for one tick it's 130, and it chooses 130, that's what it's gonna show for 10 whole seconds. So I'm gonna maybe troubleshoot this later and see if there's a way that I can increase the tick rate of the ping and maybe be able to get more accurate measurements. Outside of that, it seems that Droid is going to be handling the ping himself, so if there are any ping-related issues that are coming up, Droid is going to be the guy to handle that. I have my spreadsheet set up, I got my music that I'm not going to listen to because I don't want to get copyright striked. This is Game 2, Round 2 of the quarterfinals of the winner's bracket. Curree and Robillions of Team High going up against Pro Hacker, which has HowToGHP and Mineale03. Now, I wanted to get into this talking point last time, and I think I might have actually touched up on it before a couple things happened to Curree's ping, which is going good so far, according to my measurements. A lot of people seem to have Pro Hacker losing today's match. I personally disagree with that notion. I think Pro Hacker has... They have a better history. How about that? Like, Mineale has won a tournament, and he is the only one to have done it. And Curree and Robillions, I don't remember how they did in previous tournaments, but I do remember that HowTo beat Anna a rogue, which is very interesting to make a talking point about. I think that Pro Hacker has a decent shot at winning this match today. And now that being said, just because I think it's going to happen does not automatically mean that it is going to happen. In reality, there is a decent chance that it will. Well, I'm not going to say that there's a decent chance that Team High is going to pull anything out of their hat or anything, but I will say that both of these teams have reasons to win this match. HowTo on 22. Alright, nobody on 23. Curree and Rob between the two. Ooh, 23 or 24 to Curree, 25 to Mineale. Very impressive. Alright, so the winner is going to be Pro Hacker. It is 2-0 Pro Hacker. Very impressive on Mineale, making that jump. The jump that matters. I actually would, I'll talk about that map. That map is easily a map that I would follow my opponent on. There are so many colors spread out. It is almost unfair to try and do this map without, you know, without following your opponent, because you're essentially leaving it up to luck. And what happened there is, well, Mineale was at the right spot at the right time. Curree chose a different spot, and unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. That's right, I have finally figured it out that Curree is indeed a male. So hello, Curree. I'm sorry. I really am. I don't mean to do it. I really don't. Yeah, I think Pro Hacker can win this. And so far, that is showing. I think Pro Hacker is going to be the winner of this match. We'll see what happens, though. So it is 2-0 Pro Hacker. Game 3. Alright. Safe Socks is our ref, by the way. Safe Socks is our ref. Droid is our backup ref in case something happens, I suppose. Which, honestly, it's really nice to have him here. Alright. So, to recap what's been going on so far. The round 1 was a bit of a mess. Or, sorry, the first point for Pro Hacker was a bit of a mess. I'm not even going to be talking about how they won, but Curree's ping was so-so. There was no definitive evidence to overturn the lack of ping rate for Curree, so they ended up counting that game. When I watched when I watched the footage in review, I don't know, it was really hard to look at Curree because there were so many bodies in the way, which is why I really should be just SDing all over, because then I could get a clearer look at Curree. Because what happened was, I didn't see if Curree was holding a block. Now, there's always the chance that they could just not be holding a block. But if I were to say, for example, look at Curree right now, like, what's going on with, where's Curree? Is she holding a block? Yeah, she's holding a block right now, so it is reasonable to assume that she was holding a block during the round that she died. But if she wasn't holding the block on the round that she died in question, then it is reasonable to assume that she was lagging. And it's I hate myself that I wasn't floating and getting a better angle of it, because we could have potentially overturned that should I have gotten a better angle for it. But outside of that, there was really no reasonable evidence to overturn it. Now, the problem that I'm running into is that my ping check software for LabyMod is not that good. It is apparently not that good, because and I actually already talked about this, so we're not going to bother talking about it again. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and SD after this, just to make sure. I'm going to go ahead and SD. Just so that I can get a better angle now, as opposed to later. And yeah, sorry about my voice. It's not feeling too great right now. I'm not sick, it's just not really doing well. Hopefully it gets better. Looking at everyone's ping right now. Curree's was high for a moment, but now it's back to normal. But then again, there's no accurate way that I can measure that. He hasn't said anything about it yet. Interesting map on, well, I wish it was on speed 11, but nah. Alright, a bit of a close call for Pro Hacker on that last game, but Mineale was able to save the day. Very nice. Very nice. Winner of this match plays us. Loser of this match plays Walking Corpses. And I think either of these teams has a potential to beat Walking Corpses. But Walking Corpses, they've been on a hot streak lately. They've been on a really good roll as of late. Very impressive to see what they're doing. Round 21, very doubtful anyone's going to die. Round 22, let's see what happens. Curree, I'm going to watch him specifically. Radar and Keratin. Interesting, what are they going to do? Mineale and How To. Everybody else on 23. Oh my. How To on 24, Mineale on 25. Good lord, that was an unbelievable jump. That was an unbelievable jump. 49 to 46, the final score. 3-0. Pro Hacker absolutely crushing the hope and life and dreams out of Robillions and Curree right now. Unbelievable what I'm seeing right now. Like, I thought this game was going to at least go 4-2, but even then, it doesn't really look like it's going to do that today. I mean, considering what it's been like up to this point, Rob and Curree have been dominating all of their competition. Pro Hacker has been keeping it close, 6-4. Curree and their team has been dominating 6-2. This is very surprising. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer of a match than this. It's not over yet. It is not over yet. Nobody in the history of Block Party tournaments have come back from a 3-0 deficit and won. So the odds are not looking good for Rob and Curree right now, but there is always a way. If the Patriots can come back from 28-3, then Curree and Rob can come back from 3-0. This is even then I'm still, this is amazing to me because I just am in shock right now. Even I could not have seen this coming. You know, after giving so much praise to Rob and Curree, it only feels logical that after praising them so much that I would end up jinxing them and making them potentially lose because I decided to compliment them. See, that's the thing. I don't play with players on. I like being able to only worry about the floor and not have to worry about the people. The people can occasionally get in the way of my focus. Now, of course, when it comes to later games, depending on the map, I will indeed follow the players. I will try to follow the players. But otherwise, if it's optional, then I will keep players off because it's easier to focus. Man, look at this. There's all these bodies in the way. I mean, on low rounds like this, then it doesn't really matter. Phoeba's on. That's really cool. Curree's ping is normal. Mineale's ping is a little bit higher than normal. Rob's ping is just about average, and Curree is average. So it looks like everything is going well. Alright, so this is an interesting turn of events. This is match point for Team High. Match point. Oh, and not to mention, I forgot to mention this. If Pro Hacker wins today, then I will take back first place on the predictions board in terms of total correct picks. I'm right now tied with Kabillionaire with 37 correct picks, even though that's not correct. That's not how many picks have been correct either. I'm assuming the score is how many correct selections you've made. And Kabillionaire has High winning today. I have Pro Hacker winning today. And right now, it's not looking good for Kabillionaire or High. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Round 17, last round where every map is 100% doable. From here on, it is up to the hands of fate. Mineale knows very much how to handle that. Oh, where's he gonna go? He's gonna go not to the orange, and it was a good call. Either way, he would have survived. I'm gonna go ahead and SD on this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and SD. Radar and somebody else fell. Alright, cool. Alright, where is Curree? There she is. And her ping is a little high. Doesn't look like she's talking about it. And that's it! That is it! That is it. How to is the wow. Unbelievable performance by Pro Hacker. 4-0. Unbelievable. Pro Hacker goes on to play me and Anna, while Curree and Rob go on to play Pulsative and Sugar Cat. What a match. Good lord. Alright, well that's it for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.